Hi everyone, my name is Vice and I am actually head of product in Qubinets, a tool that I will be showing you today. Coupled with Qubinets, we're also going to use two other open source applications that I will be showing you today, and the aim of our video is to actually build out an AI agent. So just a few notes on Qubinets, and you can find it on qubinets.com website. Qubinets is actually a platform that allows you to deploy different open source applications. Also, you can deploy your own application onto a cloud provider. So either AWS, DigitalOcean, Microsoft Azure, or GCP. You deploy your open source applications there. You can even connect them, build out an infrastructure, and then you can start building out the project. So today we are actually going to be building out an AI agent, and for you, if you don't have an account, you can click on try for free and enter your credentials. So we allow you to create an account either by using Google or GitLab. You can also create an account by entering your email. I entered mine as I already have an account, and we are going to build out a new project here. So to build out the new project, and there are a couple of projects already there. You can already see that I have a few applications here. But for the AI agents, we are going to try out something new. So we are going to deploy a new project. Click on the new project button in the upper left side, give it a name, and pick out one of the options here. So you can either pick out no cloud account needed. That's the option where you are actually using Qubinets infrastructure, but we are going to use build your own. So basically we will provide a key to create the cloud. Templates we're going to skip now, but usually we'll build out some of the templates, so few applications, and connect them so that we can deploy them. And now we're going to pick the two open source applications that we will be using in today's video. So we are going to use Qdrant as a vector database, and we will use Flowise as an operator to build out the AI agent. I will choose Azure, paste my key file. We'll choose an instance and click Next. So here now we have the summary of what we created, and clicking on Finish is going to create a project with the name that we've given it. And it's going to add two more or two applications that we've chosen. The status is empty of the cloud, and by clicking on the Instantiate button, it's going to change into building state, meaning that the automation scripts needed to build out the cloud are going to be started. So right now what we are doing, and what you can see in the activity log, we've started with the deployment of the cloud. Running the scripts, so we will need to wait a couple of minutes. And here you can see also on the on the applications themselves, we have certain parameters that we can change. So for instance, we can also add an application, for instance like Postgres, and you can see that there are more parameters on the right hand side that you can actually change. So there are advanced configuration options as well. This is something that's available if you need to change something before deploying the application, and it is available. You can actually do that. Click on the save configuration, and it will be deployed once we get to that stage. But for now, I will remove the Postgres, and we will wait for the cloud to build out. Usually, depending on the cloud provider, this part takes around 8 to 10 minutes, but we are going to wait. And as you can see, I've skipped a bit, and right now we are waiting for the final final few steps of the script to run to deploy the cloud. On the left hand side, you might see that the status has changed from building to ready. This means that the cloud is ready. We are done with the deployment. As you can see, we started in 1539. It's now 1548, and so it means like 9 minutes have passed. We will continue with the creation or deployment of the applications themselves. So I clicked on the sync button, which means that similar to the cloud option, we are going to start with the scripts to deploy the applications. Now we are going to wait just a couple of seconds more, and as you can see, the script has started. The activity log is getting populated with additional messages. The cubes, as we call them, have changed color. This means that the process has started. And actually, what we are observing here with the colors is the state of the cubes themselves. So what we are trying to get to is a place where both of these applications get to a green overlay of color. And right now they're in one. Flowise is in yellow, and a Qdrant is in blue, meaning that the scripts are progressing, and within a couple of minutes they are going to be deployed. Okay, now we can see that Qdrant has changed color, or actually that it has been deployed. Everything is okay with the application. As you can see, it has a green outline. Now what we need to do is we need to wait for Flowise to finish with the installation as well. And once this part is done, we will be able to create the AI agent. We can actually use this time to connect just to see that everything is working, and we can connect immediately to Qdrant. As you can see in the URL, it's Qubinets URL, so meaning it's deployed onto the infrastructure that we've built out. So we were able to click on the console, on the scripts and everything, but right now we are still waiting for Flowise to deploy. It's usually just a couple of minutes. As you can see now, Flowise has also turned green. It's been 14 minutes since we've started building out the cloud. So we've prepared the cloud and we deployed 2 applications. Let's connect to Flowise. We are going to open Flowise in the new tab. We need to log in with username and password. This is something that's been configured on Qubinets UI, and we can start out by building out an AI agent. So let's click on add new for the chat flows. We can immediately go and give it a name. So in this case, let's just call it FAQ chatbot. Click save, and let's start adding some elements. So to build out a chatbot, we are going to use a really simple chatbot in this case. There are a lot of tools that you can add, and we are going to build an FAQ AI agent. So let's add a tool agent here. So we've clicked on the plus sign in the upper left side. We added tool agent. Now we are going to add something additional, chat open AI. So this is a model that we are going to use for the AI agent to be able to respond in a conversational manner. We are going to add credentials. So let's add OpenAI, and you will need an OpenAI API key. I pasted mine and clicked add, and we can change the model that we are going to use. We can also change the temperature with which we are going to receive the replies. Now we can connect Chat OpenAI to the tool calling chat model on the tool agent. And then we go on and add the next element in our chatbot, and it's a buffer window memory. So what the buffer window memory does is actually it provides us with an option to tell the agent how many last messages to take into account when replying to the answer. So we will put to 10, and we will connect it to the memory part of the tool agent. Next element that we are going to add is going to be a retriever tool. So as I said, we are building an FAQ chatbot, so we need to provide it in a certain way with the FAQs that we are going to be answering to. So we will call this retriever FAQs, and we are going to provide it with the description. So in the description, we can put something like searches and retrieves information from a list of frequently asked questions. Basically, it's the name or the description. We are going to use the name, but the description is going to be something that also is going to be a prompt in a certain way. So it's good to have a description that's going to fit with the purpose of the tool. So we will connect it now to the tool for the tool agent, and we will continue with building out the chatbot, the AI agent with a Qdrant. So Qdrant is a vector database. We will provide credentials. We are just going to put Qubinets. We don't need to put a key because we deployed it onto our infrastructure. So I will take the URL of the deployed Qdrant database on Qubinets, and we are going to put a collection name to Qubinets. Now we are going to connect this to the retriever tool, but now the Qdrant vector database still doesn't have anything, any piece of information. We are going to add a document file, so a Word document file. We are going to connect it to the document in the Qdrant. We are still not uploading a document. We'll do it a bit later. And we are adding recursive character text splitter. In this case, we are saying how large or how many characters are within one piece of information. We'll put this to 300. And a chunk overlap, we'll put to 50. So how many characters are between two different chunks of information. And we also need to add one additional parameter called the OpenAI embeddings. It's a tool from OpenAI that's going to provide us with finding relatedness between two queries, one that we are searching for and the other one where the information is. We are also uploading a document, so a document file that I have prepared earlier that contains around 20 questions. Frequently asked questions. We will save this AI agent, and what we need to do now is we need to create a collection. So we'll run this short query within Qdrant, and we created a collection named Qubinets. So right now we are prepared to upsert or to insert data into the vector database. So we'll click the green button and then upsert. This is going to cut the document that we provided into chunks. We have 31 chunks that was upserted into vector database. And now what we can do is we can try it out. We can try the AI agent out, and we can write something like, hi, what does your platform do? Let's see what the answer is going to be. Okay, we received a reply. It says it's designed for organizations of all sizes, and you can see that it says FAQs, meaning that the answer was provided from the tool. Let's try something else. Great. And what are the payment options? Let's see if it's going to find an answer within the FAQs element as well. So it says billing is handled on a monthly or annual subscription basis, and it also says it's something that was collected from FAQs. Okay, nice to see that it's working. So we have this part here called additional parameters within the tool agent element. What we are going to do here is we are actually going to provide the tool agent with a set of instructions of how to actually what to do, how to behave, where to search some of the information that we are going to provide it with. So basically, we will prompt it. We will provide it with a context. And we can say something like, you are an FAQ agent on acme.com, which is an IT company that provides a platform to deploy data infrastructure. Other than context, we can also provide it with instructions. So we will say in what way to speak, what kind of tone to use. So we can put something like, the user has contacted you through the site, and your goal is to understand their current situation. Provide advice and guidance on how they can or on how they could use Acme products to deploy data infrastructure and how the product itself works. We are also going to provide the AI agent with knowledge part. So we'll say what to do and where to search for information around what to reply to the end user. So we will put something like, you have access to a tool called FAQs, which you can run every time you need an answer. Or you need information about Acme. If there are questions that are not connected to the platform, first check if there is an answer in the FAQs. Because we also share some additional facts there. So this sentence is basically to point the tool agent towards actually checking FAQs regularly, because it might not be something of a knowledge kind, and we are going to test it out in a few moments. Okay, so let's put additionally, those questions contain answers about your personality and similar questions about the things you like. In case that this is not covered, reply as usual. One additional thing that we are going to add to this prompt is we will instruct the AI agent not to create answers. So it's the generational part of the ChatGPT that we are using in this case. So let's put something like, if you do not find an answer to a question in the FAQs tool, do not make up an answer from your general knowledge. Always run the tool and never answer a question if you do not get an answer from this tool. So with these two sentences, what we are doing is we are trying to avoid a situation where the chatbot or where ChatGPT is going to go and playfully start making things up. So let's save this and let's test this out. Let's put like a question like, what is your favorite color? So it says here that as an AI, it doesn't have personal experiences, but it's here to help answer any questions we might have. Let's change it a bit. So let's change the document with the questions. We are going to add additional question and an answer. Let's copy this, and we will change the question to, what is your favorite color? Let's change the answer as well. Let's say something like, I don't have just one favorite color. I actually have two. And those are green and purple, like the color of our logo. Okay, so let's save the document. Now we will upsert the document. So we are going to upload the new file, and we will actually first delete what we have in the collection. We could have appended it, but I like this way more. So we will add the document, and let's upsert it one more time, but we need to first run and create the collection because we deleted it. So let's go back to Flowise. Let's save the AI agent and then upsert the information back. Okay, so now we have 32. We had 31, and if we scroll to the end, we can see that we have the question 25. What is your favorite color? Okay, so the vector database Qdrant should have the answer to this. Let's try it out. Let's clear it, the chat history, and let's try typing it again. Hi, what does your platform do? Just to see if it's going to answer in a similar fashion to the first question that we asked. Okay, so there is the reply. We see that it's from FAQs. And let's ask it. Do you have a favorite color? Oh, it says there. You see? As an FAQ agent, I don't have personal preferences, but the colors of our logo are green and purple, and we think they're great. Okay, so the instructions worked. The upsert of new data also worked, and we have it. We have it there. So what we did is we used everything we deployed everything from Qubinets. We deployed the applications within 14 minutes, and within half an hour or so, we have a working AI agent that replies to the questions. Also, what we can do is we can embed this chatbot into our HTML and publish it on a page. Okay, and this concludes our demo. So we have used Qubinets, the platform, to deploy infrastructure, the infrastructure onto Azure. And we have also deployed 2 open source applications, Flowise and Qdrant, and we have built out an AI agent from scratch in around 30 minutes. So I hope you like this demo, and I hope you will be using Qubinets. And let's see what else we can build on the platform. Thank you and goodbye.